A very warm afternoon to all my students. Well, students, today in this session, we will be dealing with another subtopic of quality of population, that is health. In the previous education topic, that is subtopic of quality of population, we dealt that uneducated people, unhealthy people, untrained people, they are the liabilities of the country. And just to the contrary, if you talk about educated people, healthy people, they are the assets of the country. Well, in a very short, we can say that an educated person can earn more income compared that than an uneducated person because of their productive skills. So for this term, national income of a country can increase. But if you take it just to opposite one, that an illiterate person means a person who is not an educated can earn more income. No, he cannot. He will be burden on the society, community. He will be burden on the country. So he will be what? He will be liability for a country. Because of that, other people who are educated, he is the burden on those people. So let's start for the health now. So as if now that you know that there are three factors, okay, of quality of population, that is education, health, and training. Everything has its own importance. Okay. So in the previous class we dealt with the education, and now we will deal with health. And you know what? This is a famous proverb, health is wealth. How much do you agree? That totally depends, because suppose you have done your entire, okay, for your tests, for your exams, everything, but on the day of exam and on the day of test, suppose if you fall ill, your entire hard work went in vain. So that's why health is very important for us, for in our life, to lead a successful and happy life. Now see, if we talk about the health sector in India, before we start with this, we should know what is health. It is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well being. It does not mean absence of any disease, rather, it means favorable condition of physical and mental well being. Okay, now see, health of a person helps him to realize his or her potential and the ability to fight illness. If you're healthy, okay, so whatever disease, if you suppose if you have also, it will realize your potential and you will be that disease. Just you can see you will be better immune to every disease. It is an indispensable basis for realizing one's well-being. Improvement in the health sector of the population has been the priority of the country. Now, so what is the overview of this concept? The first and the foremost thing is that staying healthy is important, as good health allows fighting illness and helps one perform to the full potential, and it is more efficiently and effectively, and would be person would be an asset for the organization, for the country. Our national health policy aims, what does it aim? To make healthcare and family welfare programs more accessible, affordable, okay, to people, and provide them with nutritional guidance with special focus on the poorer sections of the society. See, healthy means if you're healthy, that you are whatever the intake of the food is, that is very nutritious. So you have to take very nutritious food to be very much healthy. So there has been a tremendous increase in the number of healthcare institutions in India in the past few decades. Health sub-centers, primary health centers, community health centers catering to the rural population have grown in large numbers. A good indicator of the increase in health facilities is the number of hospital beds available in India. Through this only, how can you see? How can you say that the health facilities in any country, in any city is good? Okay, just you can have good number of doctors, trained doctors, good number of nursing staff. Then you would have hospitals, medical centers, number of beds are available, number of doctors and nurses and the support staff of the hospitals are available on per patient. Okay, so the health of a population is indicated by the parameters like its, you all know, life expectancy, infant mortality rate, and birth and death rates. So better healthcare facilities increase the average life expectancy in India to 65 years of age. So see, if you talk about that health, how, if you need to differ between like healthy person and unhealthy person, so see, unhealthy person is a burden for a country in terms of economics. Okay, like we are not talking in a form of layman's language, neither we do not talk in generic sense. Okay, so whatever I'm talking, you please pay attention to the terminology which I'm using, because that same terminology you will have to use in writing the answers. And a healthy mind create healthy environment. So for a development of a country, healthy environment is utmost compulsory. In India, if you talk about like state, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh have few medical colleges. These states have poor health conditions. So just now we just talked in the previous slides, we came to know that how are we going to identify that this particular city or a country has better health facilities. What are the indicators? So see, number of doctors, number of trained doctors, number of trained nurses, number of hospitals, me- medical centers, number of beds are available, and most importantly, doctors per patient. Okay, so these are the things, are the, you can say these are the indicator. So, and where in India, you know that there are few states like UP and Bihar. Okay, and these states are having very poor health conditions. So, on the other hand, four states like Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and Maharashtra. Once again, I'm repeating. On and four states, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and Maharashtra have majority in number of medical colleges with 81 medical colleges out of 181. In India, IMR means that is infant mortality rate has come down from 147 in 1951 to 34 in 2006. It's a drastic difference. Crude birth rates have dropped to 20.4 and death rates to 6.4 in 2016. So what is crude birth rate? Crude birth rate is a number of living birth occurring in a given geographical area per thousand. Now let's see what's the role of health in human capital formation. First, efficiency of a person depends on a health. Health plays an important role in human capital formation. Improvement in health adds to the efficiency, ability, but obvious quality of life. Good health enhances the quality of life and total productivity. Total productivity adds to the growth of the economy. How can you earn? My question is that how can you earn? If someone in any company, in any organization, any institution where the people employ you, then only you can earn. Now just tell me one thing. In any organization or in any institute, can they employ unhealthy person? But obvious, no. Okay, they can't employ any unhealthy person because that unhealthy person will be the burden on that particular organization because they are paying for that. And if or he or she doesn't work, doesn't give any results, doesn't give any results, but obvious they are not going to employ. So good health enhances the quality of and total productivity. Total productivity adds to the growth of the economy. How it is important for the individual working life. A person's ability to work continuously depends largely on health. The health of a person helps him or her potential and the ability to fight illness. A healthy person not only contributes in the development of a country by increasing efficiency and productivity. Worker whose health is not good and falls sick quite often, cannot do his or her job efficiently. So their efficiency therefore remains low. So you need to take care of the few terms, and in that way only you will have to answer. So my dear students, I hope that it's pretty clear to you all. And if any question related to this topic, that is health, I hope that you would be able to do that. Till then, take care, stay safe. Bye bye, everyone.